Hello, and welcome to another Lincoln property blog, brought to you by Ben from Walters of Lincolnshire. Following on from our earlier social media post on the average size of a bungalow and how it varies significantly across the UK, this week we look at the Great Lincoln Bungalow, why it's back in fashion, and why it never really went out. In an age of towering new build flats and sprawling three-storey townhomes, there is something refreshingly honest about a bungalow. No stairs, no split-level gimmicks. Just a simple all-on-one-level home that offers practicality, privacy, and increasingly, prestige. If you had asked the average house hunter a decade ago to rank their dream home, the bungalow might have appeared low on the list. Today, that story is changing fast. Demand is outstripping supply, prices are rising faster than many other property types, and in some parts of the country, bungalows are attracting bidding wars that would make some posh home counties estate agents in the race for space in 2021 blush. But what's behind this resurgence? Why are bungalows back in fashion, especially with those in their 40s and 50s? And more importantly, what do buyers and sellers need to understand about this deceptively simple property type? Is the bungalow the underdog of British housing? Let's start with a truth rarely spoken aloud. Bungalows have long been the butt of architectural snobbery. They are often dismissed as the choice of the elderly, a relic of the pre- and post-war property boom, or worse, a temporary fix while something better comes along. Yet this perception masks the fact bungalows are rare, valuable, and often sit on plots that developers would kill for. While two-storey semis and terraces fill the suburbs, bungalows occupy wide plots with generous gardens, driveways, and that all-important future potential. Knock it down, extend outwards, or modernise. The options are endless. So why do buyers love them? Retirees don't just fuel the resurgence in bungalow demand, although they remain a core demographic. Increasingly, we're seeing younger 40 and 50-somethings, people with mobility considerations, and even developers entering the market. There are 5 key reasons why buyers are falling back in love with bungalows. 1. Single-level living. No stairs might sound like a small thing until you try living without them. Whether you've got toddlers, teenagers, aging knees, or just a desire for flow, bungalows make sense. 2. Future-proofing. Buyers are thinking long-term. A couple in their 50s might be in fine health now, but they're looking for a home they can grow old in without having to move again. 3. Extension and rebuild potential. Many bungalows sit on plots double the size of today's modern homes. That opens the door to rear extensions, loft conversions, or even total redevelopment, subject to planning. 4. Peace and privacy. With no neighbours above or below, bungalows offer a quieter, more serene lifestyle. That's something people truly value post-lockdown. 5. Scarcity. Very few bungalows are built today. National house builders focus on density, and single-storey homes don't stack up, literally, for profit. That means the ones that exist are in short supply, and we all know what happens when supply is short. So what is the Lincoln market saying about bungalows? Examining the data from the last 2 years, we can begin with new listings. A total of 2,311 bungalows came onto the market in Lincoln, accounting for 17.9% of all new property listings in the area. This figure is interesting when compared to the national UK average, where only 7.9% of properties listed were bungalows. Next, let's turn our attention to sales performance and prices achieved. In that same 2-year period, 1,216 bungalows in Lincoln were sold and completed. The average sale price of a Lincoln bungalow was £256,251, working out at £284 per square foot. For comparison, 5,066 houses and flats sold in the same period with an average price of £247,937, equating to £231 per square foot. This clearly shows that bungalows in Lincoln command a significantly higher price per square foot compared to other types of properties. Finally, let's examine saleability, which is the percentage of properties that sell, from exchanging contracts to completing, and moving once they're listed. In Lincoln, 56.5% of bungalows that came off the market ended up selling and moving. The remainder left the market unsold. That compares to 56.6% for flats and 52.9% for houses. Nationally, the picture is slightly different. 60.6% of bungalows sell and complete, but only 46.3% of flats and 56.2% of houses do the same. These figures underline the enduring appeal and substantial value of bungalows in the local market. So what is my advice for Lincoln bungalow sellers? If you are concerned about not being able to find a home, if you would put your bungalow on the market and find a buyer, then we operate an off-market service at our agency where we can discreetly find you a buyer without a for sale board and then ask them to wait as long as it takes for you to find your next home, even if that takes months and months. And at any time during the process, if you change your mind before the legal work is completed with the solicitors, there will be no cost whatsoever. However, pricing it right is crucial. Go too high, and you risk scaring off the serious buyers. Go too low, and you invite developers who see the plot, not the home. An experienced agent will know how to position your bungalow to attract the correct type of buyer, whether that's a family, a downsizer, or someone planning their forever home. My final thoughts. The British love affair with bungalows is being rekindled. Quietly, steadily, and with increasing confidence, these single-storey homes are proving they were never just for pensioners. They're practical, adaptable, and crucially desirable. Because when it comes to bungalows, one thing's for sure. We may not be building many. In fact, in the last year alone, only 1.88% of all new homes were bungalows, but despite this, the appetite for them is only going up. Thank you for joining us on this important discussion. We hope it's given you some food for thought. For more insights and information, visit the Lincoln Property blog, brought to you by Ben from Walters of Lincolnshire, at www.walters-property.com/blogs. Until next time, take care. If you would like a chat about where you sit in the current market, do not hesitate to give me a call on 01522 512 513 or drop me a message on social media. To ensure all our clients get the absolute best experience and a total marketing strategy as unique as their homes, we only list 20 properties per month. Our August and September market appraisal slots are now available to book. We ensure that you are always a name and not just a number with Walters.